Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, I must confess that when I look at the market this morning, I'm feeling that probably I have totally misread October and my theories about October were totally wrong. I was going with the opinion that October is going to be historically the worst month of the year. So things will start tanking in October. So far, we are on the 15th of October and shares have been consistently moving up towards the all-time highs. The second thing I was thinking was that geopolitical risks are very high. Oil would go up, and we are seeing that in the last so many days that oil has been going down consistently. So it's totally opposite to whatever I thought. I would like to invite feedback from you guys, whether you are thinking contrary and what is the logic behind that. I just want to hear a third-party opinion. Remember, we are a retail investor channel and we have to share information so that all of us can get better. That said, let's go and have a look at what's happening in the market and see if I should have FOMO. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. We are here in the CNBC headlines section and I'm looking at the Hyundai's futures. Dow future is mildly positive, but S&P, Nasdaq both are negative, mildly negative. They could change on a dime. And oil is also negative. It's down 5%. So as I mentioned, my reading of the situation has been totally wrong. Absolutely confused this morning. Let's see if the headlines can provide any clue. And when I'm looking at these headlines out here, one thing comes to me is crude oil prices fall more than 4% as looming surplus overshadows Iran-Israel tension. So where did this looming surplus come from? That is something that I'm going to read up after I finish recording this. And then we have another one which is out here. Nvidia closes at record as AI chip makers market cap tops 3.4 trillion. So in comparison to the GDP of the country, how much can a company be valued at? So that's the question that we have to think about. 3.4 trillion is a huge value. And we have Google signing up deal with nuclear company as data center power demand surges. This is in line with what I have been thinking, that AI is going to be on a strong run out here. And I am going to realign my thoughts because I've been right about AI. Having good use cases and still having a lot of bull run, and a lot of data points today point towards that. And I think that as earnings approaches, there will be some jitters for Mag 7 because all those values are gone up, and especially with relation to AI revenues. So I would take the opportunity to buy some. Let me see what happens when we go to the TradingView channel. Now let's look at what headlines we have in Bloomberg. And we see that China moves to tax the ultra-rich for overseas investment gains. So this could lead to Chinese money getting back into China or getting into tax-sheltered investments. So we'll have to see how that falls out. I don't know much about China investments, so I'm going to let that go. And there is this other headline which is a bit concerning. US weighs capping exports of AI chips from NVIDIA and AMD to some countries. Now this could be the second round, which means that it is over and above China. There are going to be other countries which are not going to get AI chips. If it's going to be the usual suspects like Russia, Iran, then that would be a different thing. But if it's going to involve countries like India and Australia, things like that, which is very unlikely, but if that happens, then you're looking at locking out a huge portion of the population and demand. And that could not be positive, but it wouldn't be as bad as it was when a ban was imposed on China. And I'm pretty sure NVIDIA will come up with chips that would circumvent those kind of bans. Now, after that, I would like to go and have a look at the stock market heat map and see where things fell yesterday. You could see that the energy sector was red, and this morning seems to indicate that there is going to be more money flowing out of energy sector. And where would they go? They would probably go into technology, and they could also go into consumer defensive for those people who are still thinking that, okay, oil prices have gone down, but still October is a bad month and we are coming to nearing an election. So the window of losses in the market seems to be narrowing because end of October is what we thought. Could it be that November is going to be the worst month and October was one of the best months? We don't know. There's always a head fake in the market. So I don't claim to know anything this morning. And I'm going to skip the economic calendar. Nothing new is happening today. Let's go on to the TradingView platform, look at NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures is staring at the resistance, which is at 20,664. We are right now at 20,606. So looking at the MACD and the momentum, I think we are definitely going to be able to break through this line of resistance. And I'm hoping that by tomorrow morning, I could mark this green. And for me, I would be positively bullish if we break through above the resistance at 20,905 and retest it. Then I'm absolutely certain that we are going to be fine. Could that happen? Yes, it can happen, because there is room on the RSI, and also MACD is bullish. Now let's look at QQQ. QQQ has already broken above 495.96, which was last resistance for us, and right now we are at 497.50 and our 497.44, as I can see down here. So I think we are looking good, and we have also done the gap fill, and our all-time high is going to be our next resistance. So I think now is the time to put the next resistance in place so that we don't forget that. And I'm going to convert this 495.96 into a support for today. Now I'm looking for two things. One is the retest of this, which would give us a positive move upwards. And second is breaking through 503.52, which is an all-time high, both of which are possible based on MACD and momentum. Now let us go on and have a look at AI. Google is looking pretty good, and if I'm not mistaken, I am seeing reverse head and shoulders. So once we cross above the level, let us say of 167 or 169.51, which is out here. So once we cross 169.51, we'll be definitely sure that this is a reverse head and shoulder. Now, this is quite confusing to me because, first of all, Google has not been the laggard among the Mag 5. So I would say reverse head and shoulder is absolutely deserved, and it should regain whatever it could not earlier. So that's one point. The other hand, we are looking at earnings coming up, and earnings are going to come up on 22nd of October, so there's 7 days to go. So next week we are going to have earnings, and we'll be looking at AI earnings because a lot of money has been put into AI infrastructure by Google, and I'm thinking that they should come out pretty decent. But what the market expects and what they get is what determines how the share will move. So there's a potential for it to give up some gains, and that's one risk that I'm looking at. The second risk factor is the DOJ action of trying to break up Google, and there is a huge fine also that Google is expected to pay. So all those things are hanging around. So again, here I'm not very clear, but I'm generally bullish on Google, and I'm thinking that even if it has to be parts of the whole, each of those parts will be able to grow freely. And I'm definitely bullish on Google. I'm not selling any of my Google. In fact, I get an opportunity, I might buy more. Now let's look at Tesla. So Tesla is down 0.26% in pre-market trades, and there's a huge gap down. And then we have a support which is going to be at 212.11, and our other support is the 200-day exponential at 215.89. And MACD and momentum both are looking bearish. Next, let's look at Apple. Apple is up 0.57% this morning, and I'm going to remove these reverse head and shoulder because that was wrongly calculated. So I'm going to take that out now. There is a bit of consolidation out here. We'll see what happens. Next, we have Meta, which is down 0.01%. We are still tracking towards our reverse head and shoulder target of around 620. And then we have Amazon, which is up 0.31% this morning. It's still above this diagonal line of support. And I'm going to convert this diagonal line of support into a green color to show that it's a support. And we have resistance up here, and the resistance is at 189.18. I'm going to make this red. I haven't updated this chart in quite a while. Microsoft. We have Microsoft up 0.28%, and I think Microsoft is charting a new bull channel out here. So I'm going to take a trend line and I'm going to draw a trend line which will start tracking Microsoft. So this is my Microsoft trend line, and I'm thinking that we are on an upward trend, and we have a resistance out here at 421.08. Right now we are at 420.31. So let me just color these resistance line to be what they are, and we would see that we are on a wedge pattern out here. We have to break through on the upside on this wedge, and we have got a couple of exponential moving averages weighing us down. Momentum is picking up even though it is just slightly below average, but I'm very, very hopeful that Microsoft is going to break through on that. MACD is also moving towards the signal line, and of course we have earnings coming up on 30th of October, 15 days to go, and they would have some good revenue to show for AI. AMD is down 1.16%, and we have earnings for AMD on the 29th of October. MACD is becoming a bit bearish out here, and we have momentum also dropping. These are probably earnings jitters, and also the news that there will be blockade of chip exports to other countries. So that's what's happening out there. Palantir is down 0.14%. We have very close to the RSI ceiling that we have experienced in the past. Probably some consolidation is due, and then we have MACD also still bullish but moving towards the signal line. So today there could be consolidation in Palantir, and we have AVGO, which is Broadcom, which is down 0.47%. Oracle is up 0.1%. A lot of consolidation out there. This is a bull channel. It's a bull flag out here. It has to break out on the upside. Oracle is at all-time highs, and I don't know how much more it's going to go up. So we are doing blue sky work out here. And let's look at Micron. Micron is down 0.78%, and we have Cloudflare, which is down 0.73%, and we have Nvidia, which is down 1.22%. We have earnings coming up on 14th of November. I don't think these are earnings jitter. This is about the news of export bans on certain more countries over and above China. And we have Qualcomm, which is down 22.22%, and we have SMCI, which is down 1.18%. We have ARM Holdings, which is down 1.16%, and we have ASML, which is down 1.04%, and we have Intel Corporation, which is down 0.47%, and of course SMH, semiconductor sector, down 0.63%. This ETF shows that we are down 16%, but you will see that we have a long-term bull channel, so it may come down, which probably I think is a buying opportunity, and then we can potentially sell it off again. I'm going to plot a horizontal line out here to show the resistance level on the RSI. So we can go all the way up to 80.09. So it's not the RSI which is pushing it down. It's the news that we got about semiconductor export restriction that is pushing it down. Genomics, we have a PACB down 0.49%. We have got IMTX with no trades pre-market. We got Bluebird Bio down 2.64%. We got Ginkgo Bioworks down 0.82%. We got Prime without any trades in the pre-market section, and we got Allogene without any trades pre-market. We have got Iowa without trades pre-market. mRNA is up 0.12% pre-market. Beam Therapeutics has no trades pre-market. Intelia is down 0.05% pre-market. Editas has got no trades pre-market. Altimmune is up 0.31% pre-market. Caribou Biosciences has no trades pre-market. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 0.14% pre-market. ArcG has got flat trading in the pre-market time zone, and we have got Grail, which has got no trades pre-market. Illumina is up 0.73% pre-market. I still believe that we are tracking our cup and handle target, which is located at around $160, and we got Verve, which has got no trades pre-market. Now friends, that brings me to an end of today's video, and I must say that at the end of the video I'm thinking that I would still stay in the sidelines right now and watch what's happening. I'm not going to give in to FOMO. Part of me says, a good part of me says that I have misread October totally. I have lost a great opportunity. But on the other hand, the approach that I took was I sold off half my profits and I've retained half my holdings. So I have not lost too much. and when the market comes down again, I would buy back again. And with regard to semiconductors, I think when last time there was a Chinese ban announced, there was a huge drop in the semiconductor prices, and then they came up with a new design which would allow them to export to China. So I think NVIDIA and AMD might do something similar for other countries. And also when they talk about other countries, we have to see which are these countries. If they are low volume countries, then I think the semiconductor markets will bounce back up again. So inherently, I think semiconductor markets have a lot of geopolitical risks which may weigh down on them. So we have to keep track of those things. One of them is the risk of Chinese attack on Taiwan. So that's one area. And the mitigation is that more fabrication units are being put up in US, but they are not yet on stream. Once they come on stream, that risk will be gone. The other geopolitical risk is more and more countries being prevented from getting GPUs. That's going to reduce the market size, and everything will be limited to the US. And then the next level of restrictions might come on services, AI services, where people can subscribe, and there could be a block on what kind of services can be accessed by certain countries. And I think in this you'll have Palantir facing a lot of geopolitical risks on that area. And then you will also have AI LLMs which might come in those blockade, but those all are down in the future. Well friends, that brings me to an end of this video, and I hope you are able to give me your comments and give me your insight on what you think is happening in the market. Are we still going to have a bad October, maybe the last week or last 2 weeks, or the window is closed? Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.